Having fun there, Args?
Thought I'd race you. I think I won.
There's a joke about not having enough horsepower there.
I was thinking about something clever as I was riding along. G'day FSG, how are you?
Morning, Args. How's it going?
I'm good, mate. Good. I feel like we were standing here last time.
Sense of deja vu a week on, yeah.
Bit of deja vu a week on, indeed. But we're going to get this corn finished, get this silage all done.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to get this done. It's a pretty substantial pile, isn't it? The cows aren't going to go hungry.
No, not at all. We might even have to look at buying some more cows.
Okay.
I know how much you like feeding them.
Yeah, I think we might have to set up an auto-drive course for feeding if that's the case.
We can sort something out for that, I'm sure. But get a bigger feed mixer.
Yeah. Right, let's jump in the trucks.
All right, we'll meet you over at the field.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to West Texas. We've just seen FarmSim Guy head off in the truck. We're back here on the stack, and we are going to head down there too. We don't have a ride, so we're going to have to use the magic of FarmSim Teleport to get down there. But we've got a large pile. I think a lot of people commented this is a Texas-sized silage stack, and it certainly is. But our goal today is certainly to get it finished, but that's not all we're going to do. We've got some other things lined up, so we'll get down to the field and make a start. And with the magic of teleportation, we've got down here even faster than the FarmSim Guy could drive. So I'm just going to bring up the course. It should still be set where it was last time. So if we just hit go on the nearest waypoint, we'll start moving and then it'll stop. Now we're showing 35 minutes or so of driving time left in it. So we're going to jump out here, get into this rather dirty looking truck, and start our way heading down the side of the field here beside the forage harvester. So FSG must be just doing a little bit of a check of the field. Either that or he really enjoys driving around in that Argsy truck. One or the other. But he's having fun, that's the key thing. Right, so we're just going to crack into this. We've got maybe 8 more loads. I'm not quite sure exactly how many. 8 to 10 more loads to take out of here, and then we will be all done with the chopping, and we're just going to manually compact it at the other end ourselves. So let's get into it.
FSG to Args.
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
It was hardly worth you heading over.
No, it probably wasn't actually, but we've come this far. I'm not going to leave a little bit in the field.
Exactly. Apart from the bit I left down behind you, but we won't talk about that.
No, we'll ignore that. We'll forget about that. So we're literally going to have 100 meters or so of the field left to do. But we will see the end of it. There we go. We'll get it done. There's no point leaving a little bit and ploughing it under, and we do want to see how much we've ended up with out of this whole field. It's been a pretty impressive crop of corn that we've chopped into silage. There we go, last half a dozen rows, and we're done. There we go, we have reached the trigger, and courseplay is uber efficient and folding everything up already. So we'll just hop out and stop the worker, and we will head back to the farm. Right, there we go. We have got 6 tons or 8%, but we've stopped the worker. They can take the forager back to the farm a little bit later, or we'll come back and pick it up. We're going to get this last little bit tipped out and see what the final count on how much silage we've made is. There's FSG. He's got the last of his silage all tipped out. We'll just back up in here and fill a little bit of the void in the middle here. Not really going to be worth going back too far. We'll just get this tipped out. It won't take long at all. There we are, and we're empty. So, I guess the moment of truth is how much silage have we ended up with. We do know that there's going to be more in there than the pit will tell us, because we do have some clipping down the edge. But we'll go up here and see what we've got.
It's a lot of silage, Args.
It is a darn lot of silage. It's not recording at all either, is it?
No, not at all. I was just saying that we've got a lot that's spilled over the sides. So even though it says there's 4.43 million litres in here, I think we've probably got over 5, because it won't be counting the stuff that's fallen off the sides. I agree. So it'll be interesting. I suppose we can get this compacted down and put a blanket over it, and then maybe transfer the other chaff that's outside the blanket over into the other pit. That will give us I think that's a good idea. Good guide. All right. Cool, mate. Let's do that then. Yeah, be good to see the back of this. It will actually, won't it? Alright, so it looks like if FSG's going to jump in the fent, we'll grab the 9RX and get this all pushed up and finished off. It is almost 90% compacted, so it's not going to take us very long at all. So we try and keep a lot of this in the middle of the bunker as well, in the middle of the stack. We won't get the clipping that we were just talking about happening, but there we go. We'll bring up the menu so we can see what our compaction level is, and our fill level is 4.4 million. So we'll just run up and down on here a few times and see where we end up. It's looking like 100% compacted, mate. Looks pretty good to me. I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time and stand on the pit when you put the blanket on it, though. Yeah, don't need to get stuck again. Don't need to get stuck again. Alright, do you want to do the honours? Alright, I will do. Beautiful, look at that. There we go, there's a size. You can see there's a little bit hanging out, but it's not bad, is it? Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. It is going to go a long way, that's for sure. Yeah, the cows are not going to go hungry, crikey. Certainly not. It's going to take a while to get it all put into the mixer as well. It is indeed. The old conveyor belt worked with the last one, so hopefully that'll keep us going for a while. Yeah, it did. That was a good option. Set up some auto drive. Right, well, we've finally finished. Finally finished what we started a live stream in an episode ago. Yep, it's been a while. Alright, what's the plans now? How'd you fancy doing some canola baling and making some money? Well, we've got no other need for it, so we might as well press it and get it sold. Hopefully we can make some money off it. Yep, sounds like a plan. Right, let's go and get the kit sorted.
Right, so we've got a bit of equipment left there around the pit that we're going to have to get tidied up, but for now I'm going to run this case back down to the yard. FarmSim Guy is ordering us a couple of balers to hire or lease, and they are going to be delivered to the yard. So if we get back there, we will get them all picked up and go and start getting some of this canola baled. We've got obviously the 2 fields to do, so it'd be good to get in there and get it all done. So we are all hooked up. We've got a Fent baler there, and we've got the Quadro Pro baler stackers on the back as well. So they are going to run very nicely in these canola fields. There's FarmSim Guy. Looks like he's looking around for a tractor. What's the bit he hops a mine and snakes it?
These look quite good, don't they, Args?
Yeah, they're a nice looking bit of kit actually. Well set up.
Yeah, I like the fact we're stacking them as well. I know we'll all use trailers, but just keeps the field a bit tidy, doesn't it?
It does, yep. And then it makes it easier just to run around and pick up the big stacks with the auto load trailers. Good.
For sure. Right, I think I'll take my 1050. I'm going to stay all colour coordinated.
Colour coordinated. Fair enough. There you go. You've got the LSWs on it already too, haven't you?
It was a free upgrade.
Sure it was. Alright, so we may as well. We've got the balers here hooked up. We will run down to the field and make a start. I'm sure FarmSim Guy will not be very far behind us. Hopefully this tractor's not lacking power. I don't think it should be. FarmSim Guy definitely won't if he's going to take the 1050 down there. So we'll head down, make a start in this field up here on the right, and be interesting to see how much money we can make off these bales. Hopefully it will be a decent windfall for us, but time will tell. Right, so we've come down here into field number 3. We are going to make a start in here. Now I think we unfold the baler there, we get that back gate opened up. Then if we select our stacker and turn that on to the stacking position, we should be pretty good to go. As long as I don't close that off. Right, turn the baler on, lower that pickup on it, and we will head off. Actually, before we do, let's just have a look at our bale capacity. Do we have that as an option? We do, so we're going to bump that up quite significantly because these are going to be sold. We will push that right up to 20,000 litre bales just to reduce the numbers that we have to cart around and make things just a little bit easier for us. But I'm sure once we get into here properly, we will have access to the land. And we're starting to get some canola straw picked up. That's a good start. It's just we'll just radio FSG and make sure he changes his bale capacity. Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, Args.
I've set my bales to 20,000 litres, so I just thought I'd remind you to do the same.
Yeah, good call, mate. Good call.
Don't want to be picking too many up out of the field, seeing we're just selling them.
No, it'd be like silage all over again.
Be here for another 2 episodes.
And a live stream.
Yeah, indeed. Alright, there we go. So we are underway and seem to be picking things up pretty well here. So we'll just wait and see that FSG makes a start and gets down here beside us. There we go. It looks like he is underway as well. So we will crack on with this and get these all baled up. Be interesting to see how many bales we get off this in the end. It is quite a significant amount of straw out there. It will also be interesting to see what the bales are worth. I actually don't have a clue what canola straw is going to be worth to us. So hopefully, as we navigate one of these rather big clumps, hopefully it is going to be worth our while going to this effort. So I've been left here to pick up the last run. FarmSim Guy is heading over to the other field and he will go and make a start over there. We'll go over and join him very soon. Haven't actually ended up with as many bales off this as we thought we might have. Obviously we are doing large bales, they are the 20,000 litre bales. But I think I've dropped off 2 stacks plus what's in here. And FarmSim Guy's done the same, pretty much. So there's only a dozen or so bales in the field, maybe 20. So that's us all done. We will get this turned off and head on over to the next field and make a start over there. Just admiring that mound of silage there. That is a very impressive looking stack. And I am actually quite intrigued to know how much silage there is sitting around the outside of it. Be interesting to find out. But here we are here. FarmSim Guy has already started. He is heading off and around. Now, before I actually get started, we were using the swather GPS in the last field. So if I just bring this up, I should be able to find field 2 swaths, I think. One there. Should be the course if we just bring up show lines. Just have to drive forward a little bit probably to get them to generate. There we go. So those headland passes won't quite be on the right lines, but we get to those ones and you'll see they are lining up perfectly. So that makes it even easier to bale straight along those one rows. Just get in here and turn those back off. Alright, well I think we've had a couple of montages of the silage and the first field, so I'm going to throw this one into a bit of a time lapse and we'll catch you when it's all done. Alright, well there we go, we are all finished. Get that turned off, see if we can eject the bale that is in there. There it is, it's going to go into the auto loader. So I should be able to, with a bit of luck, open that and eject that one out on its own. And there we go, we've got 63% of a bale in there as well. But I think we'll have enough without going around trying to find enough pieces to top that bale off. Not sure how much FSG's got left over, but maybe we should have a chat to him. We'll wait till he gets over here and we'll figure out what we're going to do now. That went pretty smoothly, mate.
It really did, didn't it? Yeah, very quick.
Yeah. What's the plan now? We're going to, one of us, get the auto-load trailer and get these picked up and see if we can get them sold, and someone go and mow some grass for some hay?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. We definitely need a little bit more hay.
We certainly need something to supplement all that silage.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll just run these back over to the yard because we'll need them back over in those triticale fields.
Yeah.
Bale that straw up and we'll make some plans from there.
Sounds like the plan. See you over there.
So we're going to head back over to the yard. I'm going to sneak through the back way here rather than tackling the main road. Mainly because I wanted to see, yep, still in there. Bet he forgets about it. What do you reckon? He gets his trucks parked in the slurry ponds. But we're going to head back over to the farm. We'll park these up because we have all of this straw up here in the triticale fields to get baled in the future. We will need that to be put into the sheds. We'll be using it for bedding and for putting into the TMR mixer. And once we're done with that, we'll organise an autoload trailer so we can go and get those bales picked up and see if we can go and get them sold. We're a little bit curious as to whether we're going to be able to or not. And once we've done that, someone will go over and start doing some mowing. We've got some grass over in by the horse fields to get mown and prepped for hay. Before you ask, no, I'm not going to wash the baler. We're going to get dirty doing the straw again soon anyhow.
I was just saying in the cab there, Args, somebody should come up with a rock, paper, scissors mod to decide who's going to do what job on FS19 or 22.
Do you know, it's funny you say that. I was actually talking in my live stream about having emotes in 2022. It'd be pretty cool to be able to direct someone backing up or doing something like that. But rock, paper, scissors is a good idea as well.
Yeah, add it to the list.
Yeah, there we go. Right. Oh, I'm quite happy to do the auto load if you want to go and tackle the mowing.
No worries. I'll try not run over too many horses.
Oh, I think we'll leave the horse pasture to the horses and just do the bit behind it. What do you reckon?
No worries. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Alright, that's good.
Alright, mate. Hope you can find somewhere to sell.
We'll see. Otherwise they're going to go get dumped in that slurry pond with your truck.
Just bury my truck under them.
Yeah, there we go. Good idea.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Alright, so we've gone and leased ourselves the autoload trailer we used last time. Main reason I said I'd do it is because I know how much he would love driving around in this trailer. Not. So, on to the next challenge to see if we can sell our canola bales. We'll head down and get them all loaded up, and then I think there is a bale sell point at the animal dealer, which we are very familiar with the location of. So we will head down there and see if we can get any money for these. So we're just pulling up here in the field up to our first stack of bales. Let's just carefully see if they are going to get loaded in here or not. There we go. That's worked, so that is a good start now. Unfortunately, I don't have my clip distance set very far at the moment, so it's a bit hard to spot where they all are in the field, but I'm pretty sure these are the only 4 stacks we made in here, and the rest are over in the other field. So we'll get run around here, get these ones picked up, and then we'll go and check out the other ones. It's all loaded up 40 bales total, so not bad actually when you multiply that by 20,000 litres a pop. It's actually 800,000 litres of straw here on the back of the trailer at the moment. So we're going to head down to the livestock dealer. Like I said, there's nowhere on our sell point menu that shows where we can sell canola straw, so we're flying a little bit blind here. Going to have to head down and see if the point where you can sell straw and hay and those kind of things down there at the animal dealer can also get paid for some canola bales. So we'll get down there and see if we've just wasted our time or whether we need to come up with an alternative strategy, possibly to reimburse us for the value of the bales at a reasonable price. But we'll get down there and see what we can do. We've just arrived down here and we have been thwarted by the opening hours. They closed 35 minutes ago. So I can see we are just sneaking here, trespassed over the fence. Does look like there's a sell point here for bales. I can see a whole lot stacked out the back here. Now whether it's in the shed or where it is, there's a lot of bales out here. So I'm assuming we can bring them in here and possibly sell them somewhere. Be worth a try, but we're not going to be able to do it now because we can't get in. So we will have to hold on to them for now and see if we can do that another time. Alright, I think we can safely leave the truck there on the side of the road. It's not going to get in the way of anything, and to be fair, this stretch of highway doesn't see much traffic. So we'll leave that there. We're going to go over and grab the forage harvester and bring that back down to the yard and get it cleaned up and put away. Just back over here at the cattle farm, got this convenient pressure washer set up out the back, so we'll just quickly give the forage harvester a good clean off. It had got pretty filthy running over there in the cornfield, and we won't be using it for a wee while. We're certainly not going to need any silage for a wee while. We'll get this done, get it put away, and then we'll go and see how FarmSim Guy's progressing with the mowing. Just over here in the grass field where FarmSim Guy is mowing, he seems to be making some very good progress. You can see him up in the back corner there. He's done the majority of the field. Just has this this little piece back here to do, and the section up in there. So that won't take very long. Not worth our time going and getting the other mower out. By the time we got here, he would probably just about be done. So we'll just hang out here for a little bit and wait to see him finished, and then that will just about probably be time for us to wrap things up. Well mate, that was another productive session, getting all that silage done, some straw baled and some grass cut for hay.
Indeed, it was very productive, mate. Yeah, definitely.
I'm intrigued to see whether we can sell those canola bales now though. It's going to wow my mind until we get on next time.
Sure we'll have a workaround if they can't sell them.
Yeah, I'm sure we can figure something out. Oh, thank you for that. Pleasure as always.
Likewise, mate. It's always fun.
All right.
I'll see you again next week.
Yeah, well, we might have to organise a tow truck to get your truck out at Slurry Pit too.
Nah, I'll leave it there for now. It's fine.
Got a couple of good Argsy Macs to drive.
Exactly.
All right, mate. Take care. We'll catch you soon.
Yeah, enjoy your week, mate.
All right, cheers. You too. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Well, there we go. That is another episode of West Texas, signed and sealed. So, obviously, very productive. 4.5 million litres there or thereabouts of silage, all fermenting in here. We'll have to wait and see how long that takes to get fermented. We've got a bit of equipment to tidy up around places too. There's a few trucks here, there's a couple of tractors, all sorts of things. But from the FarmSim Guy and myself, if you can see him down there, he is down there in the shadows. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.